Good day, everyone. This is TEDxAngwanRukuba, sharing inspiring stories and ideas. I am Kolaole David, and today I have with me the ever vibrant Rejoice Kefas and the highly esteemed Tosin Kasme. Good day. You are welcome today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you very much, Kola, for having us here today.
All right, so today we're going to be having a very wonderful conversation. In fact, I'm enthusiastic at what we'll come up with. All right, so I'm going to start with you, Tosin Kasme. I know you wouldn't like to be called an on-air personality, but you're really good at what you do. All right, so this is TEDxAngwanRukuba, and then we like the underscore is sharing inspiring stories and ideas. All right, I'd really like to ask why the choice of AngwanRukuba. I know how close you are to the convener of TEDxAngwanRukuba. You've worked closely, has been your friend for a while in person of Mr. Oladayo. So why the choice of AngwanRukuba? Why TEDx? There are other ways to have made changes. So I'd really like you to shed some light on that.
Yes. Thank you very much, Kola, for that beautiful question. It's a beautiful question.
You're
really.
welcome, sir.
So just like you rightly said, when you hear AngwanRukuba, or when you hear TEDx rather, when you hear TEDx, the first thing that comes to your mind is ideas.
Yeah,
so,
ideas.
Yes,
absolutely.
the ideas come to mind. And have you been in a room, and someone sees an idea, or someone speaks an idea, or someone speaks a vision, and it completely changes your mind?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
really
what
get attracted to such
exactly.
persons.
Yeah. So that's what TEDx captures.
Okay.
Now, AngwanRukuba is a community whereby it's known by so many vices.
Yeah.
You know, there is the issues of drug abuse. There's the issue of stealing here and there.
Yeah.
So and we strongly believe that for you to change a man, you have to change the man from inside out. So
Absolutely.
you know the popular idea of if you give a poor man a millionaire today, in the next year you see that the man is poor because poverty is not really what you see materially, but then from the inside as well, there's poverty of the mind. So we feel like for us to change AngwanRukuba, we cannot just go about sharing, let's say, 1,000 naira to everybody. But if we really communicate an idea to the youth in AngwanRukuba and they really capture the idea, that the ideas collide with their minds, that we can truly bet something meaningful, such that the condition of the community changes so that it does not perpetuate everything. Yeah,
that's really awesome because I once heard someone said conversations are absolutely the best thing anyone can have.
Exactly.
You can give someone a capital and then he wastes it because as a man thinketh in his heart, so easy. So changing people from inside out will really entail conversation rather than the thing we're used to as empowerment. That's really awesome. I really love your approach to that question. And now I'm going to be asking the ever vibrant Rejoice Kefa. She likes to pretend as though she's a quiet person, but I've seen her in weird circumstances. All right, Rejoice, I've known you for a while now, and I wasn't there when you started your own business. Rejoice is actually the CEO of Resort. She makes awesome bags, and then she's part of the team. Rejoice, have you ever redefined anything in your life before? Like, I don't know, maybe challenging boundaries that, I don't know, like, have you ever redefined something that has been the normal status quo and then you go against the norm? Yeah.
Yes, I have. When I started learning how to make bags, I was basically doing it for myself, family, yes, but later on, I took a different path on bag making. I decided to improve my skills to meet up the needs of the people in the society and then doing it well and excellent.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that really confirms why you are even interested in TEDxAngwanRukuba, because a lot of people, if you look at AngwanRukuba, not everyone is let me say mediocre or something. We've seen people left AngwanRukuba to school
definitely
outside the country.
Yes.
I really know someone. I would not have the liberty to mention his name, but there is currently a popular actor in the Nigerian film industry that lived there as 3 container, same AngwanRukuba. But I love your perspective of saying you your way to contribute to the society is that you're making bags, but not just for yourself or your family. Now you're looking at how can we impact the whole society, so that even in terms of fashion, you've now incorporated the quota that you can contribute. That's really awesome. All right. So, Castor, again, with you, there's something about conformity that REDEFINE likes. What I mean by that is they all like to look the same thing. They get the joy by, I don't know, when we are all looking the same thing, it kind of makes them happy. In such a place where you're currently living in REDEFINE, that makes the change awesome, because you are seeking to change where you are yourself, not going elsewhere. So how do we handle identity in a place where conformity to the norm is the normal day order? I hope you understand what I mean by that.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so let me see your take on that.
Yes. I think while we were talking, you spoke about a popular person in the film industry that came out from REDEFINE. So the problem with identity is this, that when over a period you have a particular group of persons in a community, and they have the same lifestyle. It's like from 5 years old, you are seeing this particular thing. You see someone from 10 years old smoking cigarettes and getting high and all that. So with time, when you grow, this is like the only thing you are seeing. And then so in a way, you unconsciously conform to that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yes, and that is what TEDxAngwanRukuba hopes to achieve. Okay. That we break that barrier, that we break that line of thoughts. That, okay, when these young people come to the events, you begin to see that despite the fact that this is the environment, despite the fact that this is what we've been seeing, that this is attainable. And Tango, you mentioned, the story you mentioned, that we want to share these stories, for example. That, okay, look at this person. He came from this community, but this is what he's doing. Take, for example, we could say, okay, Rejoice is in this community, but then she's doing absolutely well with selling her bags and making bags. So these are the stories and these are the inspiring ideas that we hope to share in TEDxAngwanRukuba, such that even though this is the identity that everybody is known for, the community is known for, but then there are, changes can still start even from here and there, even from you, that you feel like, okay, there's not much in this community, that even from this local community, you can actually break that identity, you can break out, so that you do not conform to the norm. Yes,
that's really awesome. I really, I must say, your take to these questions are really excellent.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to move to Rejoice. Rejoice, you have one mantra you always post and always say, good morning, my neighbors. That's really awesome. All right, so I have a question for you. You're really a creative person, and my question will go this way. How do you come up with ideas? How do you spark up ideas? Because like I asked Jocelyn Kasme, there's a norm in REDEFINE, and then this is what we are seeking to change. But sometimes it's not really easy to change things where you are right in that same situation, because you are having the same lens like other people. So there must be some form of exposure. Like my mentor once said, he said, exposure is more than reading 5 books. Just exposure to a place, traveling to a place is more than reading 5 books. And I really agree with that. So, Rejoice, how is it that you spark up ideas? How did you change the narrative? Because unlike the first time I knew you, you were just, okay, a normal bag maker. How is it that, okay, I can't open my Facebook without seeing your post? Like, I don't know. How did you spark up change? And not only that, you are confident to put up your things online. You are actually competent. I've seen people use your bag. I'm just a male. If not, I would be with Rejoice bag right here. All right, so how do you spark up change?
Okay, for me, when I started off, I was kind of producing bags that I wasn't proud of myself.
Okay.
Yes. So when I decided to take this serious, I went out for a training. I stay online and get ideas and build up myself and all of that. Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome. That is, you maximize the internet age.
Yes.
That we are actually in a digital world, but since you are human, that you've incorporated all of this together. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
That's really
and
awesome.
I feel like what Rejoice said.
Okay, yes, you can contribute to that.
It's part of what we want to do at TEDxAngwanRukuba. So it's like you're in REDEFINE, you have a craft, for example. Some persons will be like, but then I'm making, just like what she's doing, I'm making bags here, but then how can I get people to buy my bags? And some people don't actually know that your Facebook, your WhatsApp, you can actually do a lot with it in terms of marketing yourself and all that. So basic ideas like this are what we want to share in TEDxAngwanRukuba, such that even for the local manufacturers, the local creatives, okay, you will see somebody in AngwanRukuba, for example, that has dreamed to be a big musician, and he feels like, okay, he wants to jump from here and be Davido or Wizkid and all that. But then we want to let them know that there's actually a starting point for things. Just these basic ideas that when they collide with your mind, especially if the mind is curious and the mind wants to achieve one or two things, it will be very, very productive. So that is essentially what we want to achieve with TEDxAngwanRukuba.
That's really awesome. Yeah. That's really awesome. All right, so I have this question, and I think you should be anticipating already. Okay. You know AngwanRukuba very well.
Yes,
we all know AngwanRukuba.
Yes, I do.
AngwanRukuba is not that kind of place where there are a lot of intellectuals. AngwanRukuba is a great place.
Yes.
Don't take that for the wrong perspective. What I mean by this is this: the major population of AngwanRukuba are youths.
Yes.
But they are not at their best. Permit me to say that. All right. TEDx platform is a platform that is known to sharing inspiring ideas and stories. Are we together?
Yes.
Or are you tracking? All right. How then do we make people that are not so used to a platform of conversation? You know, it takes... I once heard that the highest span of concentration a man has, that is a normal physiological male, a normal person, is about 15 minutes.
Yes.
Now, we want to change people from inside out.
Yes.
And then for us to do this, we have to make deposit of intellectual conversation,
although
in simple format.
And they have to receive it first.
Right. Yes. So you both stay in AngwanRukuba. You stay in AngwanRukuba. So you both of you, Rejoice is a graduate. You're a pharmacist in View.
Yes.
All right. You still stay in AngwanRukuba.
Yes.
You still have that normal day touch with the people of AngwanRukuba. However, you are still intellectual. You're still good academically. So how then do you think we can present our ideas that they will be interested to listen?
Yes.
Because we are doing this for the people of AngwanRukuba. Our concentration is for the youth.
Yes.
So how then do we get our target audience interested in what we are doing? So I don't know if you could help out. Because you could use your stories. Since this platform is for sharing inspiring stories. Yes. How then are you an intellectualist and then you still can flow with the average
wow. Yes. That's
resident of Angwa? So I don't know. Any of you can have the first take here.
Okay, let me go before I Rejoice.
All right.
Okay, yes, that's a beautiful question. It's really beautiful. Okay. And thank God you mentioned the attention span of an average male.
Yeah.
So you will discover that ideally children have a different attention span with adults and all that.
Okay.
And then that's why you see in children's books, for example, it's advisable that you use little write-ups, but then use more of illustrations and all that. Okay. So what I'm saying is there are mechanisms to navigate these things. And we totally have that in place for TEDxAngwanRukuba. We totally have it in place. And one of the mechanisms is you know that when you bring people that are from that local community that are doing well, it's easier to capture the attention of these persons because it's more relatable. So we definitely cannot go and bring, say, Elon Musk, for example, to come and present at TEDxAngwanRukuba.
Okay, so we are bringing people that are close to the people.
They are close to the people.
You'll be interested. People that they know but are already
doing well.
All right, that's good.
Yes.
Well, all right, to wrap things up, let me just throw this question to Rejoice and then we are ending the session. All right, Riz Oates. I would like to know, at TEDxAngwa, will TEDxAngwa just be localized to youth? Perhaps will people like secondary school students, maybe primary school students that are enlightened, and will the olds, or are the old people and the aged people concluded upon as people that cannot be change makers? Is everybody invited to such platforms, or there are just specific people that...
Everybody is invited.
Oh, so everybody can be a change maker.
Oh, yes.
Wow, that's really awesome. I've not seen it that way before. All right, so thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
It was really an awesome time with you.
Yes,
thank you so much. See you next time.
Yes, thank you very much.